meeting to order. Everyone would please stand for the invocation. Pledge allegiance.
Father in heaven, help us tonight as we go through the budget and may be able to wisely use this money and make sure it is for the good of our citizens. Help us that our minds and hearts may be open to the things that we need to do and that we may do them in a justified way. Father, watch over everyone that's here and everyone that's away from here that they may be saved. Please bless our public works and our police department that in this really hot weather that they may be kept safe and that they may not have any effects from the weather. Father, we love thee. We're thankful for all thou bless us with, and we say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, announcement. I know Karen's got one. Any other announcements? Okay, no. Karen, go ahead.
I'm gonna just, I guess I could stand or sit. It's so hard. Hi, I'm Karen Corey, and I've been working the Trunk or Treat Fall Festival here in West Milwaukee for I don't know how many years, running it or volunteering. And just want to make a public announcement that it is going to be held October, the last Sunday, which is the 29th, from 3 to 5, held here at the city park. Quinlan does theirs the Saturday before, in case you needed to know that.
What's that date again?
The 29th for us,
You said 3 to 5?
from 3 to 5. And if you need to know Quinlan's, it says Saturday prior to, from 3 to 7. We only separate it so everybody gets the best of both worlds.
Saturday before. Okay.
Okay, so I've already went ahead and started the announcements because when QuinFest starts their announcements, we start ours, and they did. And so the chamber knows about it. Y'all know about it, and some of you know about it because you're at the chamber. When I was like, I guess I need to announce this. It took about 2 months ahead of time. I'm not part of the new group that's going to be forming. What I want to do, and I've contact Jack. It's that power I have.
Did it really happen?
No, you're not.
So my witchy vibe is already coming on. But anyway, I want to be able to get it started so that they can actually take that day and run it themselves on that day. So making sure like the bathrooms, when they get some toilet paper or that, those little things like that. I already have people interested. I was coming and doing the event. And for those of you who are new, you just bring your vehicle and you hand out candy. 1 piece per child is usually the going rate. You have 2,000 to 3,000 kids that wander through. I'm going to talk to the church up here and see if they're going to do something again, because last year they did. And giving away free TVs caused ours to have to hurry to go to the next one. And we want them to relax and walk along and do that. Trying to figure out the awards for costumes, stuff like that. Clean up. But these are things, I'll get it started and then hopefully Jack will respond and then I can start telling him this is what we do and then give that to them. And then when we have like the Easter egg hunt, when we do that, and trunk or treat is with the police department and Easter's with the fire department. So, you know, those are the two freebies that we can do. And then if I'm missing anything, like I said, people are already starting to like that page. Trunk or Treat Fall Festival, West Tawakoni. Trunk or Treat Fall Festival, West Tawakoni. West Tawakoni is at the end, so it doesn't, every time you hit West Tawakoni, it's not a city page, so you don't pop up with that. Any questions or anything?
No, it's always been a great event.
And it's fun, it's like, rain or shine, we've had rain and shine on the same day. We've had it missed on us too. It's the way it goes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just need y'all to know.
Okay, thank you very much. Anything, anybody else?
I need to announce the meet and greet for the businesses of West Tawakoni and anyone else that wants to join us. It's 24th from 5 to 7 at Deer Run Golf Course. And let's see, we also have the Cotton Patch Challenge coming up for September 16th. And the next movie in the park will be on September 23rd.
Tips email again. tips@westwakonipd.org. Anybody's got concern, it's tips@westwakonipd.org. So you can email in to the police department. If you have a concern within your neighborhood, send a picture of a license plate,
Can we get that on the website?
anything like that.
Wow, cool is that? Yeah.
September 16th is 2+12 vehicle cleanup.
Okay, and can we get that,
Tips on
the tip
the
line,
webpage.
the email?
It's on
or-
the-
It is on there? Okay.
Oh, okay,
The cotton patch you didn't mention, our stop is at the chamber, plus it is the largest stop, because this year they've added going all the way down to Emory and coming back up. So we're gonna be one of the biggest pit stops, so cheering on and food and water.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay, you
you.
very much.
It's been fun.
All right, as we delve back into the, water service fund, the changes you have in your packet reflect the changes we spoke about last night. We're getting closer. I haven't had time to go through it real good, but, just see where we're at with it now. What was that? What was the bottom dollar last night? Anybody remember what we were all, the total? I can't remember.
68,
68,
67, 68, something like that.
was 135. Yeah.
What?
I thought it was, and that's why I'm trying to look at this email here.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I thought one of them was 30, I thought one was 67 and one was 60 or 35,
35.
but
That's what we started with.
it looks like here, even with maybe the changes we made, we're still 37, 35 short. That's if we had the voter approved rate. And then if we don't have the voter approved rate, we're 93,560 short.
That's what's wrong with it. And that's adding the part-time officer.
Right, but
Yeah.
I thought last night adding the part-time officer, we were 35 and
That's what I thought too, but,
I'm confused now.
we nitpicked.
That's
mean,
right, yours was.
Even the smallest of changes last night, and we just couldn't
Well,
get there.
no, I know, but I thought we added more than we added more income dollars than what we did
Yeah,
on expenditures, I thought.
I thought we picked up about 39,000, but maybe not.
Oh, God. No, just-
38, and I thought it was 38,672 is what we picked up. But I don't know.
but that's the income and expense.
Yes, sir, that's, so I don't know, I must have, either I did my math wrong, or I don't know.
There's only two line items to, to just swish it right through,
So,
and I don't like doing it.
yeah, I don't either, 30. Wait a minute, let me reread this.
But we're gonna have, after next year, we're gonna have some even more growth in revenue because of the additional houses that are gonna be built next year.
So am I understanding this the same way everybody else is? So if we add the part-time officer, that still makes us 93,560. Is that how y'all understand that?
That's what
When I first read it, I thought it was 3735, but it's 3735 without the part-time police officer. So we're 3735 short even without the police officer, if I'm understanding this email correctly.
Correct.
Well, then now I'm really confused.
So how short were we when we started last night?
70 or 80,000.
That's kind of my question.
I think
Yeah,
it's gonna
because the email then what we got wasn't accurate. We got an email yesterday saying 35 and either 67 or 68.
Yeah, but the actual, because of the SB2, that actual tax rate wasn't a real number. So it changed, it was for, the original spreadsheet you got was, I think, 445,000 what we were expected to bring in general fund. And it was actually 410. So
Okay.
we dropped because of it.
This was
Yeah.
yesterday?
That's the email I seen yesterday.
Okay, so yesterday, the message was, they could be 35 short on revenue with voter approval rate, or 64, 334 with no new rate.
Say that one more time.
We would be 35,000 short on revenue with voter approval rate, or 334 with no new rate. And this is not counting what they are short already.
It's not on
Okay,
this
so
one,
it's
John.
not counting what we were short already. So we needed to know what we were short already, so that's what we didn't know.
That's what we didn't know yesterday.
So there was none, we were, I guess we were maybe all understanding that was our shortfall,
That's all we need.
but it wasn't a total.
I give you the numbers last night, till wee hours of the morning. I'm just not seeing anywhere, but we went through it. Everybody contributed and looked and we were doing making $100 changes and stuff. We were trying to look at the big stuff, but there's only one way to do it, and I think it's game over when we do it. As far as the budget, I think we will come out, we'll be okay. But that's gonna involve the part-time police officer and, benefits. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
I mean, I want them, I wanna do that, but, we're gonna grow some more next year and the year after. Top number? The top number?
yeah, she just passed this across.
John just gave it to me.
Pass it around.
Yeah,
But that's not on the-
Well,
It didn't come back to me.
yeah.
That's not reflected on this.
Crap.
That's the only way I see too, and I hate that because
We could really use it, but we will. I mean, we've grown quite a bit in the last couple of years.
Well, here's the thing, right? It's not to say that if the year starts off in a really positive way and things are already showing to stack up and we've already got some really solid conversations and commitments from whoever, whether it be businesses or builders or whatever, and there's all these commitments that we've already got that we know is gonna happen, then they still can, they
Right,
can
just
still
to
bring
make
a
it
part-time
go on.
officer in.
Yeah.
Because at the end of it will kind of jack our budget up a little bit because it wasn't actually in the lines,
Right.
but at the end of the day, all of our zeros will align. So then we would just actually put that part-time officer in next year's budget, but as long as at the end of the year, as long as we can pay our bill, that's all that matters, right? So it's not to say that it can't happen, but I guess
It's
looking
just
at
not
it
what-
right now on paper, we can't say, yes, it's okay to move forward right now. We've got to be able to prove, the city has to be able to prove that it can afford.
The citizens would want, that extra coverage and everything.
Oh, I know
We're,
that.
we're working their butts off trying to straighten things out, the drug problem, the traffic problems that we're having and everything. But I think right now it's just not a good time. I think primarily what really got us was that reduction in revenue from these ad valorem taxes. If it wasn't for that, I think we would be there, we'd be all right. But that cut us back about the same amount that we're over right now.
Okay, so
I'll entertain a motion where we can stop the bleeding right now.
right, but well, no, it don't stop.
It
the
doesn't
bleeding,
stop it, no. it's
Because
not all of it.
we're still $37,000 short. Even when we pull this part-time police officer out, we're still $37,000 short. If I'm reading this email correctly.
that's what I saw.
Which I know what happened is what we thought we were short yesterday was not, the rest of that message I just read was not all of it. It's because it said not counting what we're already short. We just didn't know what we were already short, I guess.
I don't, but
So that means, Jeez.
I don't know where else to cut it.
I don't either. There's not, we're at an impasse here.
Only thing I can see is we're going to increase that carryover.
I know it's more.
Yeah, but the carryover is gonna carry us till January. We don't have any income from, October to January,
Yeah, I know.
except for, well, not even sales tax, because we get it that a quarter.
That we're pulling 3,000 out.
We had last year too,
Yeah,
considerably more, which should help us through that.
that's not carry.
This is what we actually-
$687.
I mean, you're right, that is 1,000.
That's
So,
what we have right now in there. And last
did
year.
you get to read?
Oh, okay, I see
That's
what
what we had.
Yeah. But because of that ad valorem
Take,
tax,
do
That's
that.
what messed us up.
What did we have last year? Where are you seeing it?
Very top. 408.
The 408? Okay.
A lot more in there.
And you were thinking the 408 was at the same time?
Same time last year.
Okay.
So that's the only thing I can see is just go ahead and add it to the carryover and we still have enough to run the city in January.
Any suggestions? Well, we can go back through line by line again, but I really think that we really nitpicked the heck out of it last night. And
So what are your thoughts on what she was talking about with the carryover? I mean, it is substantially more than it was last year.
will the carry? Yeah, it's, they're 28,000, something like that, over last year. But see, we've got to carry ourselves through, January. It's October, November, December. And then in January, we start getting, we'll have just about all of it by the end of January, but some of it will start coming in periodically throughout the month.
Yeah, but not much. We don't get much until, right.
Yeah, it's usually close to the end when we get it, but there'll be some revenue coming in.
But that's usually what that carryover does. Is
It carries us through. I know that. I know that. But you see, some of the way.
Oh, yeah. It's fun.
What I say.
It's fun. And don't look back.
Oh, what about the tractor on that, equipment on Public Works?
There's 10,000.
There's
Yeah,
2,000 right
yeah.
there. Let's see.
I mean, we're gonna have to, at this point, we're gonna have to say that, well, I think we have to cut that part-time officer out.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to.
That and I think there was benefits in it. There was FICA plus benefits as
Well,
well.
that's
Where'd
40,
John
the
go?
total
Did he
is,
got a call or something?
Somebody came up here looking for him.
where did that, I seen something that gave us the total of that officer. I don't
Figured
know.
that up last night. It was
Maybe
like,
it was on my old budget.
Mine's buried. It'll take, y'all will find it before I find
I think
mine.
it was on my old budget. It was 48,000 something, or
well, with all the taxes and stuff, I think it was
It's
like,
on
No,
the.
38, it
It's
was
right here.
38,000.
It's right here on
it was 50 something.
Oh, with
Yeah, and all the
with
stuff.
the benefits?
Here it is without.
Like
It
page
was-
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Here, and this is for the benefits.
All right, and that's all that.
Yeah. It was 38,000
Page,
something about benefits.
hey,
But
Kevin.
even if we take that out,
So we're
that
on
still
building
leaves
permits.
us
Technically, if
this
I do the
amount
math on
short.
that, we're only raising that by like 12 houses.
really, from what you already had it set at.
From what we did this year.
Say that again, I didn't get that.
So if
So-
I take our actual spent for building permits this year, that's approximately 46 houses. If I take the 68,000 we raised it to and divide it by the average cost of that permit, it's 59,000, or I mean, it's 59 houses. So we're only essentially raising it by like 12, 13 houses.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I had a conversation today. A very large property sold, part of it's in the city and part of it's in the county. And we want to put annexation on the October agenda.
Next October,
This
this October.
This October.
This October. we'll
start,
get this.
we have to have 3 annexation public hearings, so that would be October, November, and December. December, we would rezone, plat, and finalize annexation all in one meeting. They could break ground in January. That's 100 houses,
100 houses, yes.
possibly townhouses. He actually
So
wants
do
me
we-
to set up something on the agenda in September for him to talk to you guys and kind of get some
Can we
input on
increase
ideas,
that
what y'all would like
and
to
cut
see.
the off, the part-time
And the tractor,
and the tractor and be
I think
there?
that's gonna get you there.
Huh?
I think that'll get us there.
I'm thinking so, but
Roughly every new build on the low end, roughly every new build, including COs and CSIs, is about 1,400. I did that calculation not with CSIs and not with COs. And the CSIs and the COs we do, that's 100% us. Like, that's 100% income because we do those inspections.
then how, in other words, there's no cost associated with it.
Right. So for every, say, every $1,100 to $1,200 we raise that, we need to raise the CO another 100, and we need to raise the CSI another 150.
But then we also got to raise our expense
Right.
on the other flip side too. That's what we gotta remember. We don't just get a gain, we have to have a loss too.
Right, yeah.
Just on the inspection side, which I think it was what's,
On the inspection side, so, well, and that's all inspections, that's not, I'm just looking at building permits, I didn't look at everything
I think
else.
last night it
Our inspection side that we paid out was, I gotta find code to tell you. Inspection side that we paid out was 38,000, a little over 38,000
Versus what income?
yeah, so last night was,
versus 53.
Oh, okay, so $15,000.
53,000 we brought in. Now, that's just building permits though, the inspections, that's every permit. We paid that much out for all the permits. Inspections, building permits, I'm only looking at the income for just building permits. I'm not looking at the rest of them.
Well, why don't we increase that? Do the part-time officer and the tractor. And see if that puts us in line.
What do you think of increasing it to?
I mean,
If we're talking 100, just
okay, so
say 25 or 50, because
last
you're not
night
gonna get all 100 in one.
last night we increased it by 10,000. We added 10,000 income, and then we added 5,000 on expense, is what we did last night. So right now, we're about 50%, I guess, is what we're looking at it being. So, I mean, we gotta think about this. If, let's just say for round numbers, if we were to even increase it 20,000, we're only gaining 10.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, we're still, I think 20,000 would be very, very, very pushing it.
Because you're not gonna get all
That
that
would
in
be
one
pushing
year.
the
I mean, you're gonna
envelope.
get several different things, but even that one,
I think if we increased it 20, that would be pushing the envelope all the way to the gate. I mean, we would be dangerously pushing almost too far probably. Shannon, do you chime in and agree, or?
yeah, I think we're,
We gotta think about it. If we went 20, that's actually essentially adding 30. Because we added 10 last night.
okay, so we already had it, all right.
Yes, sir. We added 10 last
I
night.
wouldn't go with another 5 then.
So,
You already added, so.
we might could add 7, making an even number.
You got 7, you got 10, that's 17, and then what on the officer would we finally decide?
No officer.
Well,
Right.
if we added 7, we're only gonna gain. I don't know. God dang. We're still not getting that 37,000. We're still.
Do you think with the, on the municipal court, we got it at 100, with the part-time, would that increase that more, having that more officers, increase the municipal court? Or is that, you think that?
Increase it, but I don't know if it would,
Not gonna weigh out the difference in the officer. I don't know.
Because we had it at 80, and we got brought in 78, 71. And that was with,
Two.
sometimes without only 2 of us, and
For the year,
yeah, and the chief don't really do all of it up as.
Well, that's part of our problem.
Yeah, stepping in.
The chief thinks that.
How much, what line?
But it's the first of the year that you-
I'm lost right now.
Municipal court is 1,52134.
So 78, 771, I don't know if we even did the math on that last now.
We increased it,
Yeah, increased by 9.
and when we did, I think we were thinking with the part-time officer, we would get more.
Well, right now, with the amount of officers we've had this year, which we went part of the year with just 2 of you, we should almost hit the number we've got on the page now. We should hit in the neighborhood of 95,000 this year with the pace you're on right now. And you just picked up 1 more officer. I would say that that's actually, this number is gonna get blown. You're probably gonna blow out the number we got now. So that is off. That's probably considerably off, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at, right now, you're looking at, right at 8,000 a month. Right, that's today's average. Or what we've done this year. And I know there was, what, a good 3-4 months that there was just 2 of you?
And
Yeah, at least, if not more.
I mean, maybe more, that's what I'm
With
saying.
the collection and stuff.
Oh, and
Oh, yeah.
and that's probably gonna.
What would increase on that? We did increase, I don't think we made a very big increase, but
We went from 2 to 5.
Yeah, we increased it.
We increased.
3.
2 to 5.
Warrants,
We went
to
citation,
five.
is that what you're talking about?
yeah,
We went up
yeah.
Oh, on the warrants, yeah, no, I was on municipal court.
2 to 5.
It's right under.
So municipal court, we only added 9 to it last night.
Now,
Which I must not have done math last night on it, because the number that we had last night to start with wasn't even, it was lower than what we're gonna achieve this year. So that was probably a good 20,000 off. I mean, if you have a full crew, and you did have a part-time, then it's probably like I think what you were trying to say or thinking about, Chief, was it's even further off.
That's what I'm just saying.
If you had a part-time, then you're even further off. But I think we all have to make a smart decision here to realize that would be in the perfect world, right? If we have a full crew, which we know the possibility that you could always not have a full crew. So, but I still think you're gonna have more constant than what you had this year as far as the crew, so that number is off. I don't think it's off enough that it still affords us a part-time.
No, I don't see any way out of that.
But Chief, you were outside when I said this a while ago. That doesn't mean that, and I know you're good about it, I've seen you with your P&L a lot. That doesn't mean that as we start into the year and you're watching your P&L and you're looking at your income, and, I mean, you could be in your first or second month of the year and go, yeah, we're fine, we got this.
Yeah, at least I have to.
Because you can sit here and tell yourself, okay, well, our budget is this, divide it by your 12 and go, okay, that's 9,000 or 10, whatever it is a month, right? And if your first month, you blow out your budget number for income that month, and then the next month, you're 2 weeks into it and you're already starting to beat that number too, then hey, we're on a good pace here. But I think we still need to improve. We need to increase that one. We need to increase municipal court, I think. I mean, because it's just right in line with what they've done this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're looking at is the tractor, part-time officer, including the building, increasing the building permits and increasing the municipal court.
If you look at rezoning variance, 152, 150, I'd raise that.
Did what?
I would raise that.
How much, Shannon?
I'd go up at least 1,000,
To 1,900?
at least. Because our annexations are gonna fall in that, and I'm looking at 3 annexations, and those 3 annexations will have to be rezoned and replatted. So that's 3, 6, 9, 11, 12. That's almost $1,500 for
Okay,
one.
so that's conservative.
So for one,
Right.
that's what we'd be looking at,
So that 1,000's conservative.
around about, yeah.
Mhm.
So I would say 1,000 to 2,000, you could probably go up on
So
that.
what's the revenue on the increase? How much, about $1,000?
Rezone.
Make it 1,900 for,
And I think we're still being conservative there.
Where do you think we could get it to 2,500?
very possible.
Kim, what'd you say?
We get, well, yeah, we'll do that.
Let's do that. Let's go 25.
So we're gonna increase it 16, or,
So instead of the 900, it'll be 2,500.
Oh,
So 16.
So if it's 1,600, we're actually going up.
for, annexation?
Rezoning
It
variance.
says
I'll read it on
rezone
there.
and variance, but our replats and our annexation will have to be in there because they're not anywhere else.
Mhm.
Unless I missed it, I don't see it anywhere else.
all right, can we climb back up to 1.52.134?
1.52134?
Yes, sir, that's report.
Yeah.
That's what we were discussing before. So,
You know, in 21 and 22, it was 115,000. Of course, they didn't get there, but there's no reason. We gotta be doing a lot more than we were back then.
Oh, yeah.
so what if we went to 120,000?
Well, I think in 21 and 22, we were hoping to have the crew that we have now.
Yeah.
And the crew that we have now is proven to do what that number is for sure. So
Exactly.
that was the number I was thinking, was plus 20. Chief, municipal court,
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do plus 20.
Oh, I already have this before. Over there.
21 from 27 up.
now we got 37,000.
Well, you got 10, you just got 21.6. So you're 6,000,
Are you talking about the tractor?
yeah.
We took
Yeah.
the
Took
tractor
the
off.
tractor, so you're somewhere around $6,035 right now. Still on.
I don't know where it's at, I forgot.
It's a high,
The tractor was 174,118.
Yeah, they put the first.
No, I'm sorry, 119.
Plus 10 there. There's that.
I think that makes us right on target.
So it's
Yeah.
10. That's 30, that's 31.
Yeah, it's 31, leaving you 6,035 off.
Are we doing anything with that letter that was passed around a while ago? Are we making any changes there?
Will that help?
I don't think it really moves the needle.
It really doesn't.
I mean, I think if that's to be done, it can be done sometime during the year and it can just,
Yeah.
it'll lay where it lays. I don't think it moves our needle right now, so,
Well, I've got, tractor officer, increased building permits, increased municipal court, and, increased rezoning variance.
What did we get on the rezoning variance?
Rezoning variance, we went up to 2,500.
So that's our 16.
That's our 16 there. That's our 16.
So what else did you
Yeah.
say, Mayor?
You said something.
The municipal court and rezoning variance. The rezoning variance, we got municipal court going up to 20,
Yes,
up, plus 120,
Plus 20.
plus 20,
plus
Plus
20, yes, sir.
and the building permits.
What is the building permit? What do we get?
What
on
was
that?
that number we talked about, Shannon?
All we need is 6,035.
I honestly don't know what y'all decided on that number.
What number is it?
Well, if that's it,
It's, building permit is 152,111.
if
I just
it's
did my
on
math right, we're 5435.
5,000, Well, then let's do the
If
building.
you take the 3735 and you start deducting off the 20, the 1,600, that's I missed one,
Last night
and
we
the
did,
10,000.
we did plus 10 on the building permit, we moved it to 68,000.
So just put the rest there.
You got that 10,000.
Yeah, I think put the rest there. Put the rest in.
Let's make sure that's right, guys. Somebody else do this
Yeah.
with me. 30,
37,035
35.
minus the 10, minus the 20, minus the 1,600.
5435.
Put that there and
Call it quit.
call it there.
What we
You got this
decide on the
day's
building
love.
permit.
So building permits,
It's
just,
not raised.
Just a pain in the butt.
Building permits or doing
Huh?
what? What are we doing with building?
Putting the 5435 there.
I mean, let's
Adding
make
that
it,
to it.
we want to just make it an even, well,
No, I'll make it even.
68,000.
55.
What's your average cost?
For just the permit itself, 1150 is what I would say. But then you can raise your COs and your CSIs too.
So that's 59 houses, basically.
Yeah, it's what we have right now.
So just plus 6,000.
We need to bring it to where
It's even.
No, that's what I was trying to do.
Not
That's what
over
I was trying to do.
Yeah. I don't wanna be 35 cents under budget.
How many houses I say 59?
59.
So it's 60 houses. If I did 75 houses, it's 86,250.
Yeah, let's not raise the COs.
We'll just leave, we'll leave that alone, what I'm saying, so do 1150 times 70. Do to 80,500, that's 70 houses. We're at 60. That's adding 10 houses to what we were already at.
And that has nothing to do with that 100.
But we do gotta take, if we do 80,000, we gotta do the expense.
Yes.
So we,
So you're still short then?
no, we won't, that'll make us fine. That'll make us fine.
I mean, it's gonna put you right there on it.
68 minus 68.
And the good thing about that expense is.
So
it doesn't
that's a
come in,
12.5
it doesn't
raise,
get
so that means,
Exactly.
that's a
because-
12.5 raise, so we gotta take, 6250 off, so we're perfect.
Okay, so
So that's 12.5 is what we're raising it. We're adding 12.5 to building permits, so plus 12.5. We've gotta go over to, we gotta take 6250 on expense side. What was it, contract labor or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the big number.
169,101, we need to add 6250 to that expense line. And that makes us right, I mean,
Maybe it puts us right there.
All right, we got it.
did you get
the
that
last
last?
one,
Last one is 169,101, contract labor and inspections. We gotta add 6250 to that expense. All right, fine, you're fixing to get smashed if you don't start working. I had to put a password on it, my granddaughter was emailing people. She needed two. Sorry, yes, to that expense. So that's gonna be 48,000.
Okay, we got it.
Yes, sir.
If I'm reading that email right, that should
That
take our
should put
numbers
us-
to zero.
Yep.
And Chief, I'm gonna urge you to watch your P&L. And if you look like you're trending the right way, just make the move and finish your year.
we end up with building permits, number
I was also thinking that
Well,
the
five.
chief's salary,
268.
instead of increasing, leaving it
No,
the
it'd
same.
be plus
that
the
would bring
6250.
Salaries down, that's part-time to 211,
Half of it.
218.
Yeah, but that doesn't afford you, that does not afford you a part-time. So we're not cutting that. We're not, I'm not, I don't want to agree to that.
Yeah.
Appreciate the just.
I do too. I appreciate it, but that doesn't get you what you were looking for. So I don't, we got it fixed right now
All right,
with your increases.
okay. Are we all in agreement?
Yes, sir.
Chairman,
Sir.
Chair will entertain a motion.
I make a motion that, we approve this budget per all the additions and changes that we made tonight, as long as the numbers come out to match, to balance.
We'll know tomorrow.
I'll second that.
We'll know tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, I know we've got,
We need one more motion for that, right?
well, we've still got another.
Oh, there's number 7.
Yeah, number 7 and 8.
Before you go on,
Yes, sir.
we need to vote.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you got a
I'm
first and a
looking for a
second.
motion.
So
He
I made the motion.
Oh,
I
okay.
He
seconded.
seconded it.
Kevin Featherston,
Leon Myers.
Pam Reed.
Chris Burkett.
Oh, who second?
I did.
Chris.
Chris, okay. Okay, on to number 7, call for election for city council, place 1, place 3, and place 5. Do we, who's got applications in for that, Kim? I don't,
We have Pam Reed, Jacqueline O'Connor,
O'Connell,
Replace
Chris Burkett,
place
And
5.
place 3, yes.
Lana.
Place 4, or 5, sorry. 5, Chris, Lena Massey, and place 1, Kevin Featherston. That's it.
Okay.
When was the closing
Good.
Yesterday at 5.
yesterday? Oh, okay.
That's why we went in and called for the election.
Okay.
Moving on, that's not a discussion item, or whatever. Number 8, discuss and or take action on proposed tax rate. So I just entertain a motion.
That's this one, ain't it?
That's, it's the letter from, the email to Kim on what.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve the voter approval rate of
0.38.
.380806 per 100 value for 2024, or 2023, I guess.
2023, 2024. So here's a second,
I'll second it.
Lehman second, all in favor?
Kevin Featherston.
Leon Myers.
Pam Reed.
Chris Burkett.
Okay, brings us to number 9.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Kevin Featherston.
Leon Myers.
Pam Reed.
Chris Burkett.
Yeah.
This was the hardest budget we've had in a long
It
time.
was, but it was fun.
Man.
Where's that fence they have on their side?
Now, we need
I don't know. We've got, I gotta talk to her. She's got a public.